Hey peeps! Just talking to my sister. She's not gonna be in this video. It's gonna be me and you. Me and you. Oh, do y'all know that song? You maybe not know that song. I don't know. My sister's looking mortified that I sang. I know I couldn't carry a tune if I had a bucket, but not the point. Today, we are gonna have some, it's called Ramdon, right? It's called Ramdon? Yeah, from the movie Parasite. And so this is a really interesting meal. There's like a interesting history behind it. And then it blew up and everybody loved it. 10 million recipes on Pinterest. I actually found this Korean YouTuber whose name is Bored, B-O-R-E.D. And I like the way he made it. It was pretty simple. It's actually pretty easy to make, but I have my own little remix to it. The way I made it, but that's not what this video is. This video is a mukbang, not a cookbang. So, never had it before. It has nigiri and chapaghetti, which I've had chapaghetti by itself. I've had the nigiri by itself, but I've never had them together. So, here goes nothing. It was a little spicy because I used more nigiri than he used in his, but this is really good. Could you bring me some water? So I did want to, initially I wasn't going to say anything and I was just going to have a bunch of ASMRs, but the last couple of videos for this cycle will just be ASMRs. Look good. So yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know. It's just, so y'all know I usually film 6 months in advance. So all the 2021 first half videos should have been in 2020. Filmed in 2020, but they weren't. A lot of things happened at the end of 2020. Really kind of derailed everything. So, so I'll be finishing this cycle off with ASMRs. So this is, that is good. Video number 18. Of the cycle, because it's every 26 weeks. So the next 8 videos will be ASMRs. And it's funny because the channel is ASMR mukbang. And I thought I'd do more ASMRs anyway, but I never really did. So that's what I'll be doing more of. So I still want to bring you, thank you so much, Pinterest inspired foods. I'll probably just name what they are, if anything, in like the title, of course. So yeah, I doubled it because it was initially me and my sister were gonna eat it, and I defrosted 2 ribeyes, but oh, she's still gonna eat some, don't worry. But yeah, ooh. I need to get a thumbnail at some point. Maybe like this. I like this. I like this.
I like that one. Hey everyone.
Almost okay. So yeah. So yeah, a lot of things were happening in my life. Not really gonna go into them. Should I? Yes, I'm not. But but yeah, this is some Tahitian treat, and this is water. This is what I should have been drinking. Oh, the Tahitian treat's in the way. Let me move it over. But yeah, it has been a long fucking 2020. Well, everybody thought 2021 was gonna be so amazing, and then the whole thing happened at the Capitol, and then everyone's like, oh. By the way, I'm filming this in January, so I don't know, like right after it happened, so I'm not sure what's going to happen in the interim between January and when this comes out in what I think April, May. Probably April, I think. But it happened. My sister and I talked about it. Everyone wrote a bunch of think pieces. I didn't. Because, this is the first week, like, this is the week before classes, so I had to get my class stuff together. Oof. So good. Maybe one day I'll do a cookbong, but not today. Yeah, these are really good. Ooh. That spice. It's the neo-guri. The neo-guri is really spicy. And it hit me in the throat. Oh, man. Disrespectful. Delicious. It's January. Cold, but it's not the coldest month. The coldest month's in Chicago, usually February. So we don't always have to have the heat on, which is nice, because that heat bill be making me cry. When I first moved here, we had the polar vortex, and it was really cold that winter anyway. And my bill was like $200 a month in the winter. No. Please so very beautiful. Trying to run away. I feel like everyone's done. I mean, I don't really do my mukbangs are never, because I do with the 6-month lag, because, I'm a grad student. I never think of my mukbangs as, oh, these are trendy, but, sorry. I feel like everyone's either made this or eaten this already. Yeah, next time I'll do just one packet of yogurt. And the meat is seasoned really simple, just salt and pepper. Like I put, so I didn't put oil in the pan like most people do. I put oil on the meat. So I'll just tell you how I made it really quick. I had 2 ribeye steaks, sprayed them because I use an avocado spray on both sides, salt and pepper both sides. Excuse me. Let it sit for a little while so the temperature could come closer to room temp. 5 minutes each side. And then I cut them up into little cubes. Then I mixed them around to brown them a little more. And back then, that's when the noodles were cooking. So the noodles were cooking. You add the flakes to the water. And then you add the soup base for both the chapaghettis, but only one of the neo-guris when you add the noodles in. And then you add the finishing oil from the chapaghetti. And then I mixed it for a couple more minutes and then it was done. Because you got to make sure the soup base kind of liquefies. I added about half a cup to 3/4 of a cup of the soup liquid because it was really dry. So, yeah. I just browned the meat for another 2-3 minutes while the noodles were finishing up. That's basically how I did it. And I did the noodles for 5 minutes. So, that was the the noodles for 5 minutes with the lid on for the most part after it boiled. Really good. Also, I didn't want to add oil to the pan. And they made it too oily. I don't like a lot of oil and fat and stuff. That's one of the many reasons I don't eat a lot of fried food. Too much oil and fat is gross. It doesn't. The good thing in ribeye is because it's marbled, not just fat on one side. Because it's marbled, you are really getting a good amount of I should move the mic actually a little bit. You're getting a good amount of. You can cook it all the way, right? And the fat will melt into the pan. And it's not like a flavorless fat, it's flavorful. So for me, I didn't see the point. A lot of people do add oil to the pan. And I was like, I don't think I need to, because when I'm going to put oil on the meat, I go a little bit, like a little tiny spray. But also because ribeyes are tender yet fatty cut. Oh yeah. So I'll go with some background noise. I live in a neighborhood. And I film right by the window. I think you'll have seen back when I was in the room, you saw I was by a window. This is just the other side of that room. Pretty much. So, and there's a truck going by. I don't know if you can hear it, but maybe you can. It's still hot. Like, not just spicy, but like temperature wise. Oh man, today. So yesterday I got a lot of work in the house done. So I didn't tell y'all. Cool thing happened. I made so I'm partnering with this local organization in Chicago, and we are doing something called community cuisine, where I cook meals, same meals I cook for my family, same recipes, everything, but scaled up to cook for 4 families and for around 6. So I'm cooking at least 24 meals, because my family, we always like the leftover. Well, they didn't always like leftovers, but certain things we do love eating leftovers of. And I love leftovers because I feel like it gets better the next day. So I'm making 24 meals a week, at least, for families. I prep on Thursday. I shop during the beginning of the week. I prep on Thursday between classes, and Friday I cook. From about 9 to 3, because 3 is when there's a person who comes and gets it and drops it off to the families. So about 9 to 3. It's amazing. I have so far made, the first meal was chicken cacciatore. The second meal was, dang, Isis would know, wouldn't she? Chili, my chili. Oh my God, everyone loves my chili. Even my sister, who doesn't really like chili, actually liked it. Let's see. I also made, I'm looking at Reggie. Reggie. He's like down, I don't know if you've seen my house, but it's like really long. It's not like a squarish apartment. It's a very rectangular apartment. I'm trying to think. I can't really, Chicago apartments are very rectangular. That's all I'll say. Like the type of ones I live in are very rectangular. Even the house I was in was rectangular. It was very weird. Anyway. So, Reggie is by my sister's room, like between my room and my sister's room, kind of looking around, lost. Actually, never mind. He's not lost. He's about to go himself to sleep. And so that's why I can see him. He's not in the living room. He's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rooms away. Anyway, moving along. So this week was my grandfather's chili. And my grandfather, you may not know because he passed before this channel started. Very important person in my life. And my brother also took care of him in his older years. So my brother has a lot of recipes that my grandfather made, especially his meatloaf. I mean, even my great aunt, who also recently passed, loved it. It was just like something about it for her. And it, oh no, it fell on the floor. Ivy probably won't eat it. Or maybe she will. I don't know. I don't know where Ivy is. But I'm cleaning it up after, don't worry. But, yeah, my grandfather, I love him very much. And, you know, he loved to cook, actually. And each of us really took something from him, you know. And we each got something out of, you know, being around him and him being around us. And So some of these meals aren't just like ones I came up with. They're from my family, and they mean a lot to me that I get to share these with people. And it's funny, this one woman actually said, "Oh, my kids love the meatloaf with the gravy and the mashed potatoes," and I was just like, it hit me. It really did. And I spoke to my mother, and I told her that, and I showed her what I wrote, the post I wrote. She cried. And I showed my brother, and he was just like, because, he was with him, and he remembers watching him cook and learning how to cook that recipe from him particularly. And I loved it. It was an amazing, beautiful experience to be able to cook for people and to share your family's recipes. But I think there's something special about sharing a legacy. Like, some meals don't really have that many stories. Like, this meal to me is good, and it does represent something, but not within my family, right? But that meatloaf, better or worse, does. It represents something very deep. And people think meatloaf is just whatever, but what it meant to my family, what it meant to us to be able to eat something from a relative that is, long gone, and you even preparing it, you think of him, even getting the ingredients, you think of him. I hear his voice. I hear his stories. I remember those moments with him, even the last moments, right? And it's beautiful. And I want to share those with people. And if there are any recipes I do have that are like my family's, I will share them here too, like meals that I make. Because they're worth sharing, Even ones people think are boring or mundane. Every recipe is worth sharing. Every story is worth sharing of these recipes. Speaking of sharing, I'd like to share something with you. I'm super full. Eat a few more bites. But I think I'm going to do an ASMR of this. I'll try to. Like way later tonight, I'll reheat this and then do an ASMR. So obviously way less talking. Oh, hello, Papa. Okay, Reggie, I think, wants to get picked up. I know he's gonna. No. He just wanted me to see him. Anyway. I will see you all in the next video. I love you all so much. Bye. I wish this thing would work properly.